Okay, welcome. Let's lower the music. Like here. Let's close the window. If not, you'll have street noises, which is a bit annoying for the stream. What's up? How you doing, guys? Let's talk a little bit. We have many topics to talk about. First and foremost, we have the WoW Classic fresh server release. Is it fresh? What world are we going in? I mean, there are so many people that have said already that we'll be living in the Third World War since the September 11 in the United States, 2001. And since that point, we live in a third world war of information. We live in a war of information. And maybe we see clearly at this point, as humanity, conscious humans, we are watching this right in front of our eyes. Too much hype, which is going to fall into nothing. Are you seriously gonna enjoy it? WoW Classic fresh? Are you gonna imagine that you play without the hype? Doesn't make sense. What you're enjoying is the hype, which at the very end will be empty. And will be empty because the two main points of WoW Classic Vanilla is discovering a virgin world, which is far from being virgin right now. And the second point is the nostalgia. And in order to feel nostalgia of the game, you have to give it the proper time to cool down. And you don't have that. You don't have that in this new Classic fresh release. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. And at the very end, WoW Classic Vanilla, even the difficulty is raised. PvE is about predictable mobs and time consuming. Sorry for that. I respect the PvE players, but WoW Classic is not a hard game in PvE. The skill cap you need for PvE is much higher. And let's not make this a comparison between skill cap, and let's make it a comparison of playability. Okay? Imagine that you are playing Final Fantasy VII, the original, for the 10th time. It's predictable, you know where to go, you know what you have to do. You know all the tricks to make the game easy, to don't suppose a challenge for you. But in the other hand, you have the PvP, or you have Final Fantasy XIV. I don't know if that game has PvP at all. But you have PvP in WoW. And that, the playability, is new every arena. Because in PvP, you have creativity. You have improvisation. You have RNG. And that is a real game right now. I don't find motivation for a PvE game that has been already for 2 years and it's pretty recent. It's like playing my favorite RPG, like it was Final Fantasy IX for the 6th time. It will be 6th time. I remember it like insane Final Fantasy IX, but I wouldn't play it. And in my end, there's the Final Fantasy IX MMORPG, and everyone is playing it. I would play that for the hype. But then, what you do? ¿Qué pasa, Nefer? What's up, Nefer? What would you do? Again, as we are already into a world war of information, of hype, of tendencies, of interaction, dictatorship, people are gonna get more resilience to these hype announcements. Seriously. For PvP players or pure PvP players, may success a bit the WoW Classic fresh. As long as you will write log in DBC and you will play Classic. But I don't give it, objectively talking, more than 2 months that the initial players they have, they will drop insanely after 2 months. The release of Classic server. Remember my words. After a release, give it 2 months. After 2 months, I would say even 40% of the population playing that will drop. Whatever.